Happy New Year and welcome to Discovering China. I'm Alina Wang, coming up on our first show of 2013. Fireworks bring in the new year in Taipei. The story of Shu Wu, one of ancient China's loyalist diplomats. And Taipei's National Palace Museum holds a competition to design Qing Dynasty style artifacts. With the start of 2013, fireworks lit up the skies across the world. Fireworks are made possible by gunpowder, an ancient Chinese invention. In Taipei, they carry on the tradition every year, with fireworks shooting from Taipei 101, the world's second tallest building.
It's used all over the world, in wars and in celebrations. Gunpowder is one of China's 4 great inventions, or 四大发明 in Chinese. According to historical texts, gunpowder is believed to have been invented during the early Song Dynasty. Then it spread to the west during the Mongol occupation of China in the 13th century. In the modern world, gunpowder plays a key role in New Year's celebrations in the form of impressive fireworks displays. To usher in the new year, every year Taipei 101, the second tallest building in the world, is brilliantly illuminated with fireworks. Looking out from the 91st floor of Taipei 101, over 20,000 fireworks are already set up. Designed by a French company, this year Taipei 101's fireworks are different to previous years.
You just need to put your hand out and use the equipment to lock it on there, and it's fastened tightly there. It's different from in the past when we had staff climbing up the building and fastening the fireworks on outside. The risk is lower.
And the effect is even more spectacular, kicking off 2013 in style.
Next, we tell the story of Shu Wu, a Chinese diplomat from the Han Dynasty, who spent 19 years in exile at the hands of the northern Xiongnu tribes. Despite attempts for the Xiongnu to tempt him to join them, Su stayed loyal to the Han and returned to serve the emperor again.
Shu Wu, a diplomat during China's Han Dynasty, was known for his loyalty to the Han Emperor and for his refusal to surrender to the northern Xiongnu tribes. In the year 100 BC, Emperor Wu of Han instructed Shu Wu to serve as an ambassador to the Xiongnu, tribes to the north with a history of invading China. Shu Wu, holding his imperial staff and accompanied by officers, set off for Xiongnu territory. Upon arriving, Su's officers found the Xiongnu leader, Chan Yu, arrogant. Su's officers then plotted to kill Chan Yu's half-Chinese advisor, Wei Lu. But Chan Yu was alerted and thwarted their plan, killing the Xiongnu officers they had conspired with. Chan Yu sent Wei to persuade Shu Wu to surrender. But Su, who hadn't known about the assassination plan, said to Wei, "I am an ambassador of the Han. How could I betray my mission? If I went on living, how could I hold up my head before people?" Su then pulled out a knife and tried to kill himself. Wei managed to stop him and pleaded with Su, telling him that he too had been forced to surrender. But the Xiongnu leader had treated him well, crowned him as a king, and given him troops to command, as well as cattle and sheep. But Su remained steadfast in his loyalty to the Han. After Su refused to surrender, Chan Yu locked him in a cellar for several days without food or water. According to ancient classic texts, Su survived his ordeal by eating leather and wool from his clothes to fill his stomach and eating snow to quench his thirst. Upon seeing that Su had not died, Chan Yu thought the gods were protecting him. He then sent Su into exile to herd a flock of sheep instead. For 19 years, Su herded sheep on the shores of Lake Baikal in modern-day Russia, suffering numerous hardships. His imperial staff thus became his shepherd's crook. Then in 81 AD, relations between Han China and the Xiongnu warmed. Chinese officials inquired about Shu Wu's whereabouts. After negotiations, Han officials were eventually able to bring Su back to China. After nearly 2 decades, Shu Wu returned to the capital Chang'an, still clutching the same imperial staff. But only a few of the staff's once many feathers remained. Upon seeing this sight, citizens were all moved by Su's loyalty. Su was then given a high-ranking imperial post, and in 51 BC he was included in the portraits of 11 distinguished officials in the Imperial Palace. The story of Su Wu has been immortalized in the traditional Chinese music Su Wu herding sheep, and in numerous artworks, where he's usually depicted holding his imperial staff.
Some of China's most precious artifacts are held in Taipei's National Palace Museum. The museum recently held a competition to design items in the style of the Qianlong reign period of the Qing Dynasty.
It's connected. When you pull the tape, the top turns, and then when you twist the top back, the tape goes back in.
The turning vase was an artistic creation of the Qianlong reign period in the Qing Dynasty. This, as well as other objects, were designed for a competition held by Taipei's National Palace Museum.
In the process of rotating this, it's like you're playing with a piece of art, just like the turning vase. You just use your hand to turn it, and the leaves thin out.
How can we add some meaning to it when it turns? I made mine into a pen, and if you look closely inside, when it turns, it changes color.
From this red patterned juicer, bear-shaped red jade cable holder, to this turning bottle with a built-in speaker, pieces in the style of the Qianlong period have been brought into the modern age through the creativity of designers.
Brewing tea was originally a very laid-back, relaxing thing to do. An emperor in the past, using priceless treasures, had a very relaxed state of mind. So we hope that the people who use these products will also become very relaxed and experience the state of the emperors of the past, immersed in culture.
To accompany our exhibition of Emperor Qianlong's objects next October, we decided to select 101 objects. We received 400 designs, double the amount of previous years.
This year, 21 pieces received awards. Apart from giving the designers an opportunity to exhibit, the National Palace Museum hopes that through increasing the value placed on creativity and design, these classical-style objects will play more of a part in the lives of modern people.
Thanks for watching Discovering China. I'm Alina Wang, and we will be bringing you more characters from Chinese history, plus a look at tea making in the Song Dynasty in the weeks to come. See you soon.